of drama and unnecessary conflicts between marriages rather than multiple relationships. College, I don't get a career, so that is a bad thing to do. Otherwise, don't get married. You want to have multiple relationships, you want to of the children who have been abandoned by their mothers in front of you, your partner has tantrums, everything, death till we part. The children were abandoned by their mother at a very young age. Now, who had to bear the brunt of this father's and mother's poor decision making? Hello everyone, welcome back to another topic discussions. So today's topic is much related to a major discussion that is going on back home in India regarding celebrity lifestyles, celebrity personal life matters, and which is turmoiled or intertwined with politics. And there's a large questioning on the institution of marriage. And I actually honestly didn't want to do this topic at all, but youngsters, I found them a couple of discussions and messages like that, which were indicating or questioning the institution of marriage and what is the point of getting married, and what is the point of having or what is the meaning of a marriage that is long, or the longevity of a marriage has got nothing to do with the lives or the lives of the people involved. It's all, a lot of drama and unnecessary conflicts which is happening behind the scenes. So what is the point of marriage? All you older generation have been, vouching for marriage and to have a proper relationship, long marriages rather than multiple relationships. You were advising us to have proper personal life, to have discipline in our life. So what was the point if this is what is happening to the people whom we had been looking up to? We trusted those people. We thought everything was good. They were managing it fantastically. They had been married for decades and decades. And if this is what was going on behind the scenes, so what were you people trying to preach to us? So I saw so many discussions and so many youngsters discussing and evaluating this incident, and on a very large scale people are talking right now, and that is the only reason why I'm doing this topic. Otherwise I wouldn't be touching this topic at all. Okay, so yeah, is marriage the end of all and the final destination of anybody? No, not at all. Who is asking you to do it? No, nobody. Okay, see, what I'm trying to say, or what I've always told in my videos, is that the strength or the society's development does not depend upon marriage or career or achievements. Society's development, as for me, okay, the points discussed in this video are purely and primarily just my own views. It's not much researched, it's not much learned or anything like that, just my own personal views. So people may agree, people may disagree. Do let me know what you think of the points that are being discussed here. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that advancement or development is not about the outcomes, but the capacity to make the right decisions. Rather than getting influenced by a popular figure or being influenced by somebody who's trying to put in an agenda or a propaganda, or trying to put in things or put in their own ideas into somebody else's head, it is the capacity to think individually, act individually, and execute your life individually with the trust in yourself, with the trust in possible best outcomes to your life and to yourself and to the people around or surrounding you. That is what is development. That is what is growth. Rather than saying, oh, the marriage does not work, so that is a bad institution. Oh, because I go to college, I don't get a career, so that is a bad thing to do. No, you decide what is the best thing for your life. You decide what is the correct thing to do in your life. So that is what is growth. That is what is development, making the right kind of decisions. Okay, now coming to the point of marriage. Marriage, if you are not ready for a marriage, see, if you're getting to a marriage, you have to think, yes, it is the end. It is the final destination. Do not think that I'll marry one, I'll marry two, I'll marry three, and you go on and on and on. That is not the right approach to life, at least from my point of view. Okay, so if you're going for a marriage, you think, Okay, that is my final destination. And when you're ready to take that final destination, only then go for it. Otherwise, don't get married. You want to have multiple relationships, you want to enjoy the life in the way you deem is enjoyment, go for it. Who is asking you not to do it, correct? Make your own individual choices and decisions rather than trying to copy somebody else or getting influenced by an influential person. Make your own individual choices and decisions for your own life. Who is stopping you? If there are people who is trying to stop you, educate them. Because tell them, I'm going to put somebody else in jeopardy, correct? Marriage is the only institution where you can jeopardize somebody else's life. Not only yours, if there are kids involved, then you're jeopardizing a couple of individuals' life, not only yours. So if you cannot take the responsibility of a marriage seriously, then please do not go for it. Stay single. Nobody need to be forced to get into a marriage. Only if you can take this institution seriously and contribute and stay loyal and be in that state of mind, go for it. Otherwise, please don't spoil somebody else's life. Please do not have children if you're not ready to take the responsibility of being a parent. Because there are serious implications for the children who are being abandoned by their mother or the father. I personally witnessed from a professional and personal point of view of the children who have been abandoned by their mothers. Fathers, I can still understand to an extent. You're okay if there are fathers who abandon their children. Yeah, if there is a mother to take care, the child is safe. But mothers abandoning their children, it's a huge psychological impact on the children. Because I see a lot of women, especially in India, abandoning their children and either going for careers or choosing other partners, then jeopardizing the mentality or the emotional situation of their children. So if you're not ready to take up the responsibility of being a parent, then please do not go for it. Only if you're 100% sure that you can take care of a child or a number of children, only then, please, you are the person who is responsible for a couple of lives around you. And if you cannot take it seriously, please don't go into the institution of marriage. Okay? And yes, if you can take it seriously and execute it, it's a beautiful thing to be in. It's fantastic to have a partner who is understanding. And yes, you have problems. Yes, you have challenges. You can tackle all the hurdles easily if you are there with the right mindset. And if you're not there with the right mindset, everything is going to be problematic. Trust me. If you're not ready for your marriage and to have children and to raise them properly, then every small tiny speck of that life is going to be problematic for you. And if you're ready with the right mindset, everything you're going to enjoy. The children growing up in front of you, your partner, tantrums, everything, you're going to take it as part of your stride of the institution called marriage. And if you're not in the right mindset, everything is going to tick you off. Everything is going to be a problem for you. So ask yourself, am I ready to take up this responsibility? Will I be able to be loyal to this person? And does this person share my same mentality? That is also important, okay? When you're choosing a partner, I've already addressed this in my previous videos, where you have to do a lot of groundwork and homework before you enter a marriage or before you choose a partner. Not that once you enter the marriage and then you realize all the problems and then you have children, or so do your homework beforehand and look for a person who matches with your ideas. There are so many people on this face of earth who matches with your ideas. There are people who doesn't want to get married. Yeah, go for them. There are people who want to have multiple relationships. Go for them. Why you invite somebody who doesn't want to have multiple relationships and who want to have a single serious relationship and have a long marriage and then death till we part, that kind of seriousness towards a marriage? I'm not asking everybody to have it, but there are people who believe in those kind of things. Then you go for that kind of people and invite that people. So do not try to destroy another person's life also because you are not in that mind frame, and then you invite them and then you change and all. So take your time, Whether you wait till 30, 40, 50, whichever time you need, take your time and then make the serious decision and then go for it. Now, my personal and professional experience of handling a case where the children were abandoned by their mother at a very young age, okay? As an HR consultant, we have to handle these kind of situations, you know. I had a junior consultant who had joined us, and she was facing a lot of problems personally, and she came up to me, and what she told me was like, you know, I have a lot of trauma and I'm getting therapy and all those things. And she told me the main reason was her mother abandoned her and her brother when they were young, and mother married a neighbor and went to live with him. And so the father blamed the situation on mom watching movies and listening to songs. So he believed, he told himself, okay, this incidents have happened, I think at least 20 years ago, okay, where I met this junior consultant. So for her, this childhood things would have happened at least how many, 40 years or so ago, okay. So what happened, so in those days, the therapy or consultants or we didn't have this crowd of people to provide counseling to people who are going through these kind of things, you know. So those days, people just assumed what is the best thing they could assume to themselves. So when this mother left the children and the father and went with a neighbor, this father assumed that she was influenced by movies and songs, and that's why she left them and went and married somebody else. So what a measure did this father take to ensure such thing does not happen to his children? He shut down, he never let the children go for any movies, never listen to any songs, no TV at home, no theater time, nothing, zero entertainment. They have to study, go to school, go to college, study, come back, study. That's all. Nothing they were allowed to do. Nothing at all. So this is how he tried to accommodate himself to the changed circumstances in his home. Correct? Now, who had to bear the brunt of this father's and mother's poor decision makings? The children. So this girl who was a junior consultant who newly joined us, she was telling me that I had to go through a lot of trauma, and the first thing that I did after my marriage, are you aware what I did? And I was like, you would have went for a honeymoon. No, I was sitting and watching movies all the time I lost in my life, which I could have enjoyed as a teen, as a young person. I could have watched all these shows, I could have listened to all these songs. So I never had in my childhood, I never had in my growing up years, just because, not because of a fault of mine, because of a fault that my mother did. So nobody knows, you know, nobody knows, like when you push somebody to get rid of children and go for a career, go for another marriage, then say, please provide a support system for those children who are going to be abandoned by the parents. I don't think our government systems have proper situations or system to take care of children in these kind of scenarios. At least now I think, the government is coming up with a lot of ways to tackle these kind of situations, but in those days nothing was there. So that is why it's very important, especially for mothers and fathers, to take your marriage and having parenthood very, very seriously. Okay. So there's something I wanted to discuss just because of the hot topic of discussion that is happening there, and trying to get influenced by the celebrity lifestyles and decision makings. Please make your own decisions. Please make decisions on the basis of your own circumstances. Do not get influenced by celebrities. Do not get influenced by what they're trying to portray into the society. You make your own decisions. It's significant. Marriage is a significant decision. If you think you do not have the capacity to, nicely handle a partner or to have children and to be in the right frame of mind to see them or to support them or to help them to be in a better position, then don't go for it. If you have that kind of capacity, then go for it. Okay, once, twice, see. When I say marriage is the end of it, I'm trying to say here is that don't go to it thinking that I'll get divorced and I'll remarry and so on and so forth. go for it thinking or making yourself believe that yes, it is my final marriage, because then only you will do a lot of homework before you get into that relationship. Otherwise you'll be like, oh yeah, it's so nice, it's happy, so let me just get into it. No, you have to do a lot of homework before you choose your partner, before you get into a marriage. So I hope, I don't know, okay, these are just my views. You guys let me know what you think of the points being discussed here, and do make suggestions of whatever you people can understand from all these discussions that is going on in our media and social media. So until we meet next time, thank you for your time here. Bye bye.